We're back to great morale though. Ludin has been sending scouts ahead, quicker and more nimble than your Varl. One rushes back just as you cross the hilltop, out of breath. Dredge, that direction. You overhear him tell Ludin, about a day away, they found a village. You ask what they're doing. Tearing the place apart, he says, maybe 1,000 of them or more, looking for gods knows what. This will be a bigger fight than usual. Ludin is uncharacteristically silent, waiting to see what you say. Okay. It's 1,000 dredge. We've got 460 Varl and 183 fighters. Let's get closer before making a move. You set out at a slow march, moving as quietly as an army can. It'll be another half day before you spy the village. When they come into view, you'll make a plan. This does not bode well. With the village still a day away, you're eating on the march. A Varl approaches. We had words earlier, says Gris. You recall him claiming that he didn't care for your command. You were right in what you did. Let me join your guard and fight at your side. Pride hangs on his posture and sincerity in his eyes. You've got one shot. You tell him to report to Moga. I don't sit in the back lines. Make a mistake and you'll get your head caved in. Nobody will lose sleep over it. He nods and goes to speak with Moga. Morale's gone down. So we're coming up to the village now. We're close enough to hear dredge rattling through the buildings below. The village seems to slither. Pull them out of the houses, Moga suggests. Slag can't resist an ambush. We'll have better luck in an open field. I don't like this. We'll skirt the village. You heard him, says Moga to the rest of the caravan. We're going around. It takes the better part of a day. You manage to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I thought we were just going to draw them out of the houses, but I guess we've just left that village to die. You hear a shout echo on the wind, a standard Varl greeting. A caravan of Varl are heading your direction, probably a few hundred in total. You meet them halfway. For salt. You must be with Vognia. Was. Vognia didn't make it. You're serious? It's getting grim out here, but I didn't expect that. You're flying the Schlid banner. What's happening? Isn't Ulfar in charge there? I'm for salt. Ulfar's still in Schlild, in case he needs to be. He sent me to meet Vognia. Well, I guess you. We've seen nothing happening in Schlild yet. What do you mean? No dredge. They never came through Schlild. They're all pouring out of Ridgehorn. We only just found out about it. One group went that way. We came here. Ridgehorn. The fort on the bay. That place has been abandoned for hundreds of years. Yep. Maybe that's why they're there. By all accounts, it looks like another damned invasion. Oh goody. Ludin forces his way into the conversation. Wait a godless minute. What did you do? Careful now, boy. You be careful. What did you start? You think men don't remember history? The long banner hangs in Arborang. The Second Great War nearly screwed us all. What did you do this time? Who the Fane is this? Shut your mouth, Ludin, or I'll smash your face. Ludin's head swivels in your direction, eyes wide. He seems uncertain whether to be insulted or threatened. What orders did Ulfar give you for salt? I'm supposed to offer any support you need. I've got 350 Varl behind me, and Ulfar wants to know what's happening at Ridgehorn. What's your plan? We're going to Ridgehorn. You're coming. Let's go. I'll have my Varl fall in line. Yours to command, Hakon. Are you insane? You just said an army of dredge are pouring out of that fort. Go on to Grofheim then, Prince. Having your blood on my hands would be worse than doing nothing. This shuts Ludin up. For a moment, you can see the battle raging in his head. He looks desperate for safety, but he didn't expect to flee like a coward. He expected you to come along. He glances at his men. We're already this far? If this is the Varl's doing, I'll know of it, and so will my father. Besides, you need my help, and my fighters. If I go, so do Ursa and Bercy. Luden's unexpected flip-flop catches you like a swift kick to the shins. Ogre can't contain a chuckle. Ha! The prince has courage. Do whatever you like, Luden. Paint me the villain hackle. What do I care? I'm sick of you being the only one who does as he pleases in this alliance. These are Varl lands. We are facing an army of dredge. How much experience do you have in these matters? True, mankind has never provoked them into a war. You're going for a third. Is taunting the dredge into genocide a game for your kind? I'm just going to walk away. You curse and threaten pandemonium. The prince has chosen to be no responsibility of yours. If Luden stays, so do Salt's warriors. They join the caravan. It's 330 Varl. Hike approaching the godstone is murder. You recall how most godstones were built on hills overlooking other godstones so that travellers could follow them and find their way between cities. It does nothing to ease your pains. Ooh, that scared me. Dredge, shouts Moga near the front of the caravan. Suddenly black rocks are whizzing past your head. The hell is this, you shout. Moga shakes his head. The stone slams into the shield of a nearby Varl, exploding in a flash of light and razor-sharp fragments. Get behind the shield bangers, shouts Moga as you approach for a fight. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. Take a quick head count. There must be at least 802 of them. You have 183 fighters and 790 Varl at your side. What's formations do? You start comparing weaknesses and strengths, taking into account terrain, morale, and look of the enemy. If you're careful, you should be able to keep the forces balanced. Give that a go. Prepare to enter the fray. Yep, okay. What is that guy? Slagslinger. Every time we hit him, they'll run away. Okay. Bercy is Tempest. Chris has battering ram. Oh, they're back at full. I didn't do that. Oh, I would have done different. Okay, yeah, I'm actually be there. And you there. Yep, happy with that. Briss gets to go first, and Briss has battering ram. So if he runs there, we'll just put him there and get him to attack this guy, and we'll see what he does. A little bit, not a lot. We could have done with him doing a little bit more damage there, but pretty okay with that. Let's go there. Let's see if we can kill that guy in one hit. Cool. Since he's going to run away if we hit him and don't kill him, it's probably good. Oh. 19? That's crazy. Take him there. He's got 4. We might be able to effectively kill him. No, that was the one there. Never mind. I misjudged again. Okay, he can't get through. Shit. Malice, Taunt. So if I use Malice, it has to be on one of the ones next to me. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We'll make him attack us on his next turn. Because then he won't attack the guy doing the damage, which will be pretty helpful. Okay. Luden, you can get into Paoldu again. We want to attack. 3 armor. Get him down a bit. Battering ram to him. Okay. Okay, so we can kill him. Get some more up there. Ooh, I mean, this is starting to get pretty iffy. We'll move Eric to there and get him to attack him for 4 of his armor, so next time we should be able to pretty much get him, and he should be no more of a concern for us, really. Even so much as this dude who's kind of stuck behind all the other Varl at the back can just get him. I should be able to. What? Okay, he's pretty useless. I don't like him. That guy. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh my god. That was bad. Run Luden to there. That guy. It didn't look like he was aiming at him at all. Briss, what are you? You're the battering ram dude. Take out your armor just that little bit more. And hack on. Should be able to get to him and actually have a swing at him. Now that he's got all the lower armor. Really? It's still that low? Okay, we'll just get rid of all the armor then. I mean, now he's gonna... Okay, so if we get him down to 5 strength, he's not gonna just one hit any of us anymore. Okay, run up there, you galoot stuck behind everybody else. Oh no! Oh no! That was Luden. Oh well. So that happened. Get rid of that guy. Okay. Oh shit, this is bad. That guy. Get rid of that guy. I believe we lost Luden. That feels like it's gonna have some repercussions. I guess he wanted to play with the big boys, so... I don't know how I feel about that. Take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. Pull back before they regroup. Most definitely. I'm concerned. What in the depths are these, you wonder, looking at the unusual dredge slingers? Nobody knows. Without warning, a deranged and half-dead slag stumbles out of brush, throwing itself upon the yokes attached to the treasure cart. Surprised, Val pull weapons, but not before the whole cart slides off slick rock and down a sheer drop, stopped suddenly by a low growl. The enormous metal wagon dangles precariously off a cliff. From the end swings a confused yox, still tied to its reins. On top, the dredge hangs on tight. Keeping the whole thing from plummeting over the side is Ganolf, one hand white-knuckling the cart, the other wrapped around a tree trunk. I don't want to lose him. Okay, so if we try and help him, he could fall. If we try and knock the dredge off... Oh man. I really like Ganolf, I don't want him to die. Let's help him pull the cart back up. Grab the cart and pull. Barely make any ground when the tree he's holding onto tears away from the ground, dragging you with terrifying force toward the edge. Oh god. He's gonna go over, isn't he? Let go and order Ganolf to do the same. Shout for others to help pull it back up. I have a feeling if we tell Ganolf to let go, he's not going to do it. But I have to. Oh man, this decision's hard. Let's get people to help. Oh, I'm going to click it. I'm going to click shout for others to help pull it back up, but I think this is going to go poorly. Too late, the others lunge toward the cart just as it topples over the side. At the last moment you let go, but Ganolf to stop. No, cries the old Val. The cart plummets and flips over rocks along the way, tossing its contents across the snow in a shower of golden gore. The yox and dredge are torn to shreds, and Ganolf flies motionless, his limbs splayed at unnatural angles. Fuck. Following the shock of Ganolf's death, you find yourself wondering why that dredge went after the yox in the first place. Then you realise the bigger problem is the vast fortune now laying at the bottom of the cliff. I'm going to recover his body. With few options, you settle on lowering a man by rope into the valley. He shouts that the battered body of Ganolf is definitely dead, and with their combined weight, the rope won't hold. The gold is scattered across the rocks and too far to reach anyway. You face the fact that it has been a complete loss. A day later, you're back on the march with nothing to show for it. And I'm depressed now. Oh. He was my favourite. I drink to you, Ganolf. I drink to you. You died. You died fighting. You died honourably. Shit, he was good. The caravan stops, Godstone looming overhead for a short rest. The caravans are glad for it, and the stone gives you an ancient sense of being watched over in a comforting way. That didn't help the bodies underneath it though. The earth at the base of the Godstone is scarred, like a struggle occurred. Merchants, no dredge. Encircling Dengler are a variety of goods, a barrel of mead, who knows how old, with silver, a statue made of soapstone, offerings to a dead god. Leave the author. Gather what we can. We'll need these more than the deceased, you remark, as others gather anything of use. You inspect the bodies. A glitter catches your eye. Around one man's neck you fish out a gold necklace with 5 rings hanging loosely on it. Guess he didn't make it, mutter. Take the necklace with the intent to return it. You toss the necklace to Moga. You tell him to hang on to it. If anyone can be trusted, it's him. Don't know what made them think the Godstone would be safe, Moga grunts. We're pretty much completely exposed up here. If we're gonna rest, I think we ought to do it a little further away. Go examine it. Dengler was always one of the favourites amongst men. God of good fortune. They believed it brought luck, wealth, or whatever else you wish you had but couldn't get on your own. The word fortune has a lot of meanings. Eventually you move on. the distance, you see smoke rising from the trees. Dredge aren't known for setting fires, says Moga, but it does get their attention. We'd use fires like that to lead them along in the Great Wars. Yeah. They wise up to that after a while, interjects another warrior. Or it could be someone trying to get our attention, claims Fasolt. The other group from Schlild was sent this way. No matter how you look at it, investigating will cost time. Send some Val to take a look. Moga, send a few warriors to look, you say. They disappear over the hill, and you keep a steady pace while you wait for them to return. They don't reappear, well past the time it should have taken. Well, we've got a lot of supplies. We've got great morale, even though my good friend Gnolf is gone. Let's go ourselves. You take Moga, and a dozen warriors with you. You shuffle past dozens of dead slag and Varl before the clearing opens up. Hundreds of Varl sit near the fire, including those you sent to investigate. One puffs on a pipe. Hakon, he greets you. Your warriors said you wouldn't leave them. He explains they had come from Schlid, and they were surrounded. Then lit a fire when they spotted you. Sorry you had to miss the fight, he grins, as his warriors join your caravan. Sick. That's the first good thing that's happened to me in a while. Look, I can see you up in the trees there. Moga comes to you privately. I've seen some of the warriors disappearing, he says. First, I thought it was just my imagination. Now I'm certain several have just gone missing. Mostly men. Some Varl too. Can't quite figure it. If it's abandonment, you can't let it stand. Make an example of a few. Let's do it. You announce to the caravan that a few specific warriors won't be receiving rations for abandoning their posts, with some physical punishment thrown in for good measure. Any future leave will be considered desertion. It sobers up the others for certain. They're not happy now. The warriors demand a break. You halt the caravan with a sigh, but in all honesty you're starting to feel the altitude and weariness yourself. Moga leans on a fallen tree, fiddling with a crust of bread. Getting colder, he says, staring into the distance. You can see Ridgehorn just starting to peek around the mountains. A flock of ravens float across a clear sky toward the fort. You should follow those birds. Okay. Without another word... What? Without another word, Moga starts running toward the birds and tumbles over a cliff. Suddenly he's gliding through the air, flapping his arms for all they're worth. He swoops towards Ridgehorn before bursting into flames and plummeting into the tower, which crumbles like a log from a smouldering campfire. What the hell? I think you've lost your mind. Yes, I do. What the fuck just happened? Then you wake up. You don't remember setting up camp or falling asleep in front of crackling logs. What's going on? You mutter. Moga approaches you at the campfire. Hakon, did you see? He starts. Yes. You both agree to keep it to yourselves.